Dear viewers, Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of News Bulletin. In the headlines today, third session of the Communication Initiative Beyond 100% held at Research and Control Lab of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant. And intensive fogging continues in the steel township of SAIL RSP.
Enterprising endeavor of Structural and Fabrication Shops Collective of RSP helps improve equipment availability in coke ovens, and 135 persons examined and treated in health camp organized by SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant in the periphery.
Session on Swayam, a safety initiative of SAIL RSP held, and SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant constructs community centers at Latikata and Bisra block.
Enterprising endeavors of Structural and Fabrication Shops of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant brings about substantial savings for the company. And Safety Awareness Workshop held at Design Department of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant.
Employees felicitated at Hot Strip Mill of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant for enterprising endeavors. And program on operation and maintenance of transformers held at SAIL RSP.
Hindi Divas celebrated by SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant. New communication initiative Beyond 100% launched at Research and Control Lab of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant.
Coming to the news in details, a lecture and presentation session 3 of Beyond 100% series, a weekly communication meeting at RCL was organized by the employees of Research and Control Laboratory of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant at Main Conference Hall of RCL Lab on 18 September 2021. It is noteworthy that the weekly communication exercise Beyond 100% is an initiative by Mr. Atish Sarkar, CGM Quality, for the employees of various labs inside the plant. The program started with the address of Mr. Atish Chandra Sarkar, CGM Quality, where he briefed the employees about cost awareness. He highlighted the key areas directly or indirectly leading to the cost factor of the company and how the RNC lab plays a vital part in it. This was followed by a safety talk session by Mr. Basant Chauhan, Senior Technician RCL. Next followed a technical session on fundamentals of coal and coke taken by Mr. Swayambhu Mishra, AGM RDCIS. After this session, an open house discussion was held. The program concluded with a formal vote of thanks given by Mr. Somnath Nayak, Assistant Manager RCL, and Mr. Bata Krishna Giri coordinated the whole event. It is noteworthy that the weekly communication exercise has been initiated for the employees of various labs inside the plant to promote the culture of learning, knowledge sharing, innovative thinking, and safety. SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant has been taking every possible step to contain the spread of dengue, chikungunya, and malaria in the steel township. Public Health Unit of Town Engineering Department has intensified its fogging operation for eliminating these mosquito-borne diseases. During this week, fogging operation was carried out in Sector 1, Sector 18, Sector 19, Sector 20, Sector 21, and Sector 22. Fogging vehicles were engaged daily to cover different blocks in each of the sectors. This activity is mostly undertaken in post-monsoon season for controlling both Anopheles and Aedes adult mosquito population. Public Health Unit of Town Engineering Department has been engaged in coordinating the activity.
The committed employees of Structural and Fabrication Shops of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant have successfully developed the screw feeder of coke ovens charging car. This enterprising venture has resulted in direct financial saving of around Rs 15 lakh for the company. It may be noted that 3 screw feeders are installed in each charging car of coke ovens battery to feed the coke coal from the bunker into the oven. These are getting damaged due to severe abrasion by handling of the coal, and one feeder needed urgent replacement. The quick availability of screw feeder of coke ovens charging car will provide more flexibility to coke ovens toward coking coal management, and hence will increase production. The structural and fabrication shops collective took up the challenge of developing of the screw feeder in-house with the available resources. The main body of screw feeder is a cylindrical cashing made from 5 mm thick stainless steel plate with receiving and discharging chute, hinged door and flanks on both ends for mounting of the equipment. Profile marking, cutting and bending of the stainless steel plate to its shape and size, as well as distortion controlled welding were the major challenges faced during fabrication because of the high value equipment. All its dimensions are properly maintained to avoid site matching problem. This remarkable feat was achieved under the guidance of Mr. R.N. Rajendran, CGM Shops, a group comprising of Mr. R.K. Mishra, Senior Manager, Mr. A.K. Barik, Assistant Manager, PC, Mr. A.K. Swine, Senior Technician, Mr. P.K. Sahu, Senior Technician, Mr. S. Barla, Senior Technician, Mr. S. Pradhan, Senior Technician, Mr. R. Behra, Senior Technician, Mr. D. R. Pradhan, Senior Technician, Mr. D. R. Biswal, Senior Technician, has worked hard to achieve the great feat. It is worth mentioning that the jobs involved a lot of machining work using in-house resources without any outside help, and successful completion of the same has enhanced the confidence level of employees to take up more such projects. SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant has intensified its effort to contain the spread of dengue and malaria in and around the steel township. On a regular basis, CSR Department of RSP in collaboration with Ispat General Hospital has been organizing health checkup camps at different locations both within and outside the township. On 18 September 2021, a health camp was organized at Gram Panchayat office of Bantamunda RS Colony for the residents of the area. The mobile medical unit was used for the purpose. 135 persons were examined and treated by Dr. Somali Kangari, GDMO, and Dr. Rajalakshmi, DNB. Biochemistry blood tests were carried out by Mr. J.K. Maji, pathologist. 50 random RBF tests were also done on the occasion. Medicines as per prescription of the sitting doctors was distributed free of cost to the patients. The camps were coordinated by the CSR team.
A session of Swayam, Safety Starts with I, Striving Towards Zero Accident, was held at SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant on 16 September. In all, 48 employees in the level of S1 to S11 participated in the program complying to the COVID-19 protocols. The program commenced with the screening of video on COVID and safety, followed by safety place taking. The main objective of this initiative is to strengthen the safety culture within the organization by bringing about attitudinal change for achieving zero accident. Theoretical as well as audio-visual inputs were provided on safety strategy, which dealt with risks and hazards in steel industry and statutory provisions. For attitudinal and mindset change, emphasis was laid on behavioral based safety, ABC analysis, prevention and preparation. The session also included experience sharing and case study presentations under Anubhav and quiz for learning assimilation. The sessions were conducted by the expert faculty from Safety Engineering Department and Fire Services Department of RSP. The program was coordinated by Ms. Annapurna Behera, Manager HRD, and Mr. N. Sethi, Assistant Manager SCD. The initiative is a joint venture of HRD Center and Safety Engineering Department. SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant is committed to the holistic development of its peripheral populace. Infrastructural asset creation has been one of the major tangible activities of CSR Department of RSP. Recently, RSP constructed community centers at Kopranda village of Bisra block and Somra Basti hamlet of Latikata block. Each center has a big hall and 2 multipurpose side rooms. The building with all necessary electrical fitting is made ready for the use of the villagers. The community hall has the capacity to accommodate 100 persons. The cost incurred towards the construction at both centers was Rs 19 lakhs. It may be noted that the community hall, being used like a hub, would facilitate carrying out several social service activities like meeting, discussions, training, workshops, indoor games, health checkup camps and myriad of other activities. It will provide a space for people from all age group to come together for a common purpose and goal.
The industrious and enterprising employees of structural and fabrication shops of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant successfully developed the charging side skid elements for plate mill reheating furnace, thereby bringing about a substantial savings for the company. It may be noted that 20 numbers skid elements of varying length totaling to about 125 meters were installed in the charging end of the reheating furnace of plate mill department. Though they have been procured several times from outside by plate mill department because of the high value of equipments, structural shop collectives decided to develop the system with in-house resources. The scope of developing procedure was frozen in consultation with Mr. S.C. Sabath, GM Shops S&F. A set of fixtures have been designed and developed to facilitate accurate assembly as well as to minimize the distortion of the long skid pipes during welding. The materials for different components like pipes, middle bars, buttons, rider bars, pipe bends, etc. of the job have been selected carefully considering the intrinsic working environment of the job. The welding electrodes and consumables were selected accordingly to meet the requirement. The process and sequence of operations of individual parts at various workstations was planned properly to get control over some of the parameters like dimensional accuracy, distortion and deformation due to welding, shrinkage allowance of the pipes, quality of welding joints, etc. The machining of the pipes for edge preparation was done in RSM that ensured the sound welding joints. By developing it in-house, a cash outflow of about Rs 75 lakhs could be saved towards the new purchase cost. A safety awareness workshop was held at Design Department of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant on 11th September at the Design Conference Hall. Mr. A.K. Goswami, GM in charge Design, presided over the session. Around 30 employees including executives attended the program. During the workshop, discussions were held on different aspects of safety, behavioral-based safety and use of personal protective equipments. Mr. Rajiv S. Bara, AGM and DSO for Centralized Maintenance Area, coordinated the workshop. It may be noted that for the first time, Design Department has been included under the safety purview of the Safety Engineering Department, and this was the first safety workshop of the department. Design Department caters to the engineering needs of the entire plant, mainly to improve production and productivity by way of providing detailed engineering schemes, reverse engineering, digitization of drawings and uploading and design portal for the viewing at the user's end, feasibility reports and recommendations to tackle the technical snags encountered in day-to-day operations, and also caters to the needs of other sister units of SAIL. In order to achieve this, the employees of the department frequently move in and around the shop floors of various production units. Hence, to ensure safety for each and every employee of the department, it was brought under the safety purview and safety awareness workshop was organized in this regard.
In a function organized at Hot Strip Department of SAIL, Rourkela Steel Plant RSP recently, Mr. D. Datta, CGM HSM, felicitated the recipients of Shram Bhushan Award of Hot Strip Mill and Shram Shri awardees of Pipe Plant. Present on the occasion were Mr. Gurminder Singh, GM in charge Pipe Plant, sectional heads of both HSM and Pipe Plant. The group of employees of Hot Strip Mill, comprising Mr. Tapas Kumar Jena, Assistant Manager, Mr. Devraj Sarangi, Senior Technician, Mr. Gopal Krishna Sahu, Senior Technician, Mr. Subrat Kumar Jena, MOMT, Mr. Prafulla Kumar Patro, MOMT, and Mr. Ranjan Kumar Das, Senior Technician, were felicitated for carrying out several innovative jobs which helped bring laurels for the plant. The jobs included innovative replacement of A5 field module card by static diode bridge and field undercurrent relay to monitor field current loss for bottom bending roll of coil box complex forward reverse cam limit switch by proximity switches in cobble pusher fuse isolator by adequate rating of MCCB of AC pump motors. R30 process computers of finishing mill by S7400 PLC system. Replacement and repositioning was also carried for capacitors in ABB converter panel for both master and slave system of finishing mills. It also included innovative relocation of ROT dewatering pump startup panel. The enterprising endeavors of the group also helped in successful introduction of intermediate junction box for mandrel swivel proximity switch control cable in coil box complex. They also modified circuit and relocated sump pump control panel in 0 level for air station 7. It all brought about several tangible and intangible benefits for the plant, improving tremendously the production and performance of the plant. This team has been selected to receive the prestigious Prime Minister's Shram Bhushan Award recently. Similarly, Mr. Manoj Kumar Pradhan, Senior Technician, Mr. Badal Kumar Kar, Senior Technician Operator, and Mr. Sujit Kumar Mishra, Senior Technician Operator of Pipe Plant, were felicitated for their contribution in improving the production, performance and savings for the company. The group was instrumental in enhancing the product spectrum of ERW pipe plant by facilitating the first time production of 5.6 mm thickness in 18-inch diameter pipe. This helped in bringing about a cost benefit of Rs 3.8 crores for the company. Their contribution in first time manufacturing of API grade pipes in 85 by 8-inch OD through modification of impeder of the high frequency welder also led to enhancement of profitability of ERW pipe PP with a cost benefit of Rs 1.35 crores. Similarly, they helped in reducing the frequent knife damage of fly cut-off machine, which brought about the cost benefit of Rs 2.25 crores by improving the productivity. All these enterprising jobs have helped them win the coveted Prime Minister's Shram Shri Awards recently. The program was coordinated by Mr. S. Verma, Manager HSM. A 2-day program on operation and maintenance of transformers was held at Central Power Training Institute of SAIL, Rourkela Steel Plant on 14th and 15th September 2021. In 17 employees from Captive Power Plant 1, Power Distribution, Repair Shop Electrical, Blast Furnaces, Town Engineering and Mines attended the program. The session included detailed information about the transformers, which included its classification, application, features, disturbance causing forced outage and maintenance, the methods for transformer oil testing and dissolved gas analysis and protection of transformers from overcurrent earth fault, differential book loads, etc. were also explained to the participants. A guided tour to MSDS, GIS and power distribution was also arranged for having first-hand information over the theoretical input. The program was coordinated by Mr. P.K. Raut, AGM CPTI, with the support of Mr. B.K. Patro, Senior Instructor CPTI.
SAIL, Rourkela Steel Plant joined the rest of the nation in celebrating Hindi Divas on 14 September. Mr. S.R. Suryavanshi, ED Works, Mr. A.K. Pradhan, ED Projects, Mr. P.K. Satpathy, ED PNA, Mr. C.R. Mahapatra, CGM in charge, MM and Marketing, Dr. B.K. Hota, CMO in charge, MNHS, Mr. Praveen Nigam, CGM FNA, and several Chief General Managers, Heads of Department, Senior Executives and Hindi officers of various departments attended the function organized on virtual mode to mark the occasion. Professor Apurv Anand from Department of Hindi, Delhi University was the guest speaker. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Suryavanshi emphasized upon the role of public sector units in promoting Hindi. He urged all to enhance the usage of the official language in the day-to-day affairs of the organization to make it a part of life. The ED Works also released e-magazine Rourkela Ispat Darpan 2021 to mark the occasion. Mr. A.K. Pradhan said that Hindi helps in strengthening national unity by joining people together from all walks of life through a common trait. Mr. P.K. Satpathy highlighted the importance of digital transformation and the role of the leadership in promoting Hindi. Mr. Apurv Anand explained the need of respecting and acknowledging the richness of regional language and further enriching Hindi by incorporating words from different Indian languages to make it more appealing and acceptable across the nation. The Rajbhasha Sankalp Divas pledge was administered to all present in Oriya by Mr. A.K. Pradhan, ED Projects, and in Hindi by Mr. P.K. Satpathy, ED PNA. At the beginning, a film on Azadi Ki Amrit Mahotsav was screened to mark the ongoing celebrations on the 75th year of independence. The Rajbhasha Sankalp Divas message of Mr. Amit Shah, Honorable Union Minister of Home Affairs, Government of India, was read out by Mr. Ricky Agarwal, Senior Manager, MSS. The message of Mr. Ramchand Prasad Singh, Honorable Union Minister of Steel, Government of India, was presented by Ms. Shagufta Akhtar, Executive Assistant, Marketing. The message of Ms. Soma Mandal, Chairman, SAIL, was read out by Mr. Subhendu Garur, Manager, Town Services. The names of the winners of RSP level competition on poem, essay, slogan and poster competition was declared by Mr. Sasanka Patnaik, Assistant Manager, PR. The awards will be handed over to the winners through their departmental heads. Earlier, Ms. Archana Satpathy, DGM PR and COC welcomed the gathering of and gave a brief about the activities for promotion of Rajbhasha. Ms. Pooja Rawat, Assistant Manager, PR, coordinated the ceremony while Ms. Lolati Tappo, Senior Manager, Rajbhasha, proposed a formal vote of thanks. A new communication initiative beyond 100% has been launched for the employees of Research and Control Laboratory of SAIL, Rourkela Steel Plant. The first session of the initiative was organized at the main conference hall of RNC Lab on 11 September 2021. Mr. Atish Chandra Sarkar, CGM Quality, presided over the session. It is noteworthy that the weekly communication exercise has been initiated for the employees of various labs inside the plant to promote the culture of learning, knowledge sharing, innovative thinking and safety. The program started with a welcome address by Mr. Ashish Ranjan, GM RCL, who explained the idea behind the initiative. This was followed by a safety talk session by Mr. S.K. Mohanty, Chemist, RCL, in which he highlighted the safety initiative taken in Blast Furnace 5 lab. Next followed a technical session on understanding quality requirements of special steel taken by Mr. R. Ramakrishnan, Manager, RCL. Thereafter, CGM Quality addressed the gathering and took a session on making of life achieving excellence. A special award function was also organized on the occasion in which CGM Quality presented token gifts to 25 employees of RNC Lab and 2 employees of SSM Mechanical for their exemplary work. The program concluded with a vote of thanks given by Mr. Bhatta Krishna Giri, Assistant Manager, RCL. Here we come to the end of today's news bulletin. Namaskar.
Welcome to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.